right, ladies, gentlemen, NBs, the stream is starting. Hello, I see you all in chat. We have a very exciting start today's stream. I'm currently in an eBay bidding war, and it ends in 30 seconds. So if you will all give me just one moment, I'm probably gonna lose because some people just jumped in there. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Let's go. Increase bid. We got this. We got this. Easy. Easy. We got this. No problem. No problem. No problem. We got this. 14 seconds left. Increase the bid. I went way higher than I wanted to. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so caught up. Oh my God. Last one. Here we go. Jeez. It's way too high. No way. That's insane. Did not win. We're determining the winner. Please refresh the page. That's interesting. Sorry, that was distracting. It was for the Yamaha Reface CP37 keyboard that I saw at NAMM that I really liked. But what I didn't know, and I just didn't have it on screen because I didn't want it to show my address or anything on accident. But hello everybody, welcome to today's stream. It says we're determining the winner, so I'm just gonna keep refreshing that page until it eventually shows up. Yeah, so there's these really amazing Yamaha keyboards. First of all, hello everybody, welcome. I'm happy to be here today. Happy to have like the first regular stream since NAMM, since wallet getting stolen. We can chat all about that. Hopefully you all watched the video that I put up earlier this week. But I'm excited. I'm excited for today. I'm just excited to make some music. Sanjay C and Darty were both in the studio last week and we collabed on some content. Sanjay C recorded some chords for me on video as well. So we're going to do like a traditional, you know, TAETRO beat video with Sanjay C playing the chords in it. But obviously I need to make the beat around one of the chords, the chord progression that he laid down. So that's what we're going to do today. But yeah, there was this auction, eBay auction that I had been watching. For a Yamaha Reface CP37 electric piano keyboard. I'll show you all a quick example of it if I can even copy and paste this. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find the best example, but let me see. It's just this really nice 37 key keyboard that has traditional vintage electronic piano sounds on it. I know you all can't see the screen yet, but I'm about to adjust that. Let me see if I can find, pause the music, see if I can find a bearable sound test. What's this one? All right, James Pavel recording.
Welcome to Milan Recording Studios. My name is James Pavel Chakras, and in today's video,
hello,
on the table
James
today,
Pavel.
we have the Yamaha. Didn't hear it otherwise.
Play the song. So you all know I like really little keyboards, but I played this at the Yamaha booth at NAMM and it sounded really, really good. And it's got reverb, chorus, and stuff on it. Nice. Doesn't that sound great for a little keyboard like that? Reverb, chorus, delay. And that's just one of the sounds. And the presets on it, it's like very simple. That's what I like. I love simple gear. I'm not gonna buy like one of those Nord rack things that's like ginormous and super complicated.
Let's check it out.
Let me flip to this. What do we have here? Secret hidden piano sound built into. I learned that already. I don't even have the gear yet.
Something's dying.
All right, blah, blah, blah. Play me something else.
It's a little more.
The small keys are fine. I have bigger hands than most people.
The final sound here is a.
I had one, says B-Gemin. B-Gemin, where did it go? Okay, the problem is, chat, I go to NAMM, I see this keyboard. I'm like, cool, I'll probably get one after I get home and somehow get my credit cards replaced and everything when I can actually purchase things. Then I got home and found out that they're like severely back ordered, which is a shame. Oh, chat. Oh God. Chat. Can we get some celebration in the chat, please?
Beautiful, professional sounding.
Can we get some claps in the chat, please? We won. Oh, now that's crazy. I can't believe I won. When I was doing the bidding, it was going up to like 700, and I was not going up to 700, obviously. But, wow, that's crazy. And it was like, okay, 700, 720, 790. And I was like, okay, I'm stopping there. I'm obviously not going above 700. But wow, it ended at 560. So that's like pretty expensive. Obviously, that's a lot of money. But these keyboards are usually 400. And they're like on this crazy back order till like the rest of the summer. And I really want one. So, and this is the only US auction that I could find. The rest were like coming from Japan. And none of them like had actual product photos. They all had like the promo photos. So I felt a little sketchy about that. I'll show that. Hello. I need to say hello to everybody in chat. I have some announcements to make too, but this is crazy. Chat, let me pay for this really quick. As we get on with our day, I cannot believe that actually happened. But that's really great. It's kind of like at the top of my budget range. You have to understand, when I came on the stream and started the bidding was at 420 or something. And then in those last few seconds, it just kind of jumped. All right, let me get this all squared away. Pay it up. And we'll have a new keyboard. We'll have some new gear and some new fun stuff. I think the thing about that is like the way I'm building sort of these setups now. I'll have a video come out this Sunday that will be totally like a DAW-less setup with my lemon drop and with my circuit tracks. And I'm excited for that. But I haven't had a solution. Like circuit tracks is great for its like built-in synth sounds, but I need those classic keyboard sounds. If I'm not going to use my laptop, I need hardware that can emulate those classic keyboard sounds. All right, we paid, chat. Your order is in. Should get it by June 20th. That's freaking crazy. All right, that was a great start to the stream. It just so happened that that bidding ended like right at the right time. Okay, everybody. That was a lot. That was a crazy way to start the stream. What do we have to talk about today? We have a lot to talk about. I already mentioned that we are going to be flipping Sanjay C's chord progression. The sirens are on their way. So yeah, Sanjay C came to the studio, Lo-Fi Loft, and basically just laid down a bunch of chords for a while. This is like pretty much the same progression all the way through, and then what will amount to be a B section. So I have that saved as MIDI, obviously, and we will take this chord progression and try to build a beat around it so that we can make a TAETRO beat video, lo-fi chill beat video featuring Sanjay C. And we shot it on video as well. Maybe you all saw that on my social. But yeah, NAMM was a crazy time. I'm sure you all heard about the wallet stuff since. We'll do more of the chatting stuff maybe more towards the end. But yes, thank you. First of all, I have to say thank you to this whole community because everybody was so supportive on that video this week about the wallet getting stolen. So that was really, really nice. Thank you for sending all the well wishes and for all the encouragement and everything. I mean, luckily for me, it was panic in the moment, right? Trying to figure it all out and trying to figure out how it all works and replace cards, and my license was gone too, and then being stuck all weekend with no kind of payment method. But logistically, luckily, it amounted to basically just inconvenience because so far my cards are being replaced, and each of the accounts, the payments have already been the fraudulent payments have already been reversed. So it despite it being like a panicky like nightmare of a situation, being surrounded by that community at NAMM, you know, great people offering to help all around me, that was fantastic. But then also just the logistics of it, you know, usually these bureaucratic things like banks or dealing with the government, even like it just takes forever, and this didn't so far. So knock on wood, it seems to have all worked out. So yeah, watch the video if you haven't yet. You can get more details on that, and we can chat more about it later too at the end of the stream after we make some music. I was mostly, for real, excited to just be back in the studio and making some music today because I've been just on the go. It was like I had to go back to Boston a few weeks ago. Then I came back from Boston, went right on a little Big Bear vacation, did some painting, which I can show you all later as well. Remind me at the end if I forget. Right from Big Bear to NAMM, which is up in Anaheim, and then like finally came home this week. So it was like these back-to-back things that had me all busy, and then throw the wallet situation on top of that. It made it, traveling like that is hectic anyway, but you know, adding the inconvenience of the wallet and the panic of that was a little much. Okay, very important announcement though. Based on all that, based on how busy we are and everything, I have scheduled the next members only workshop. The next members only workshop will happen on June 18th, 2022. That is a couple Saturdays from now. If you are not yet a member, or if you would like to become a member, first of all, take a look at all these cool people in chat. All the ones that have a cool badge next to their name, like I'm seeing TID Mark, Viral Beats here. I've seen Jimmy, Green M. Alja, anybody with like a green name, Katie Cat, Pilgrim of Light. All these fine members, Connor Edwards, hello. Basically, if you become a VIP member of the channel, you get access to a lot of exclusive stuff, including you get free sample packs. So you can download a free sample pack right away by becoming a VIP member. You also get access to our Discord server, which is a fun community, but it's also how people submit their tracks for, it's how people submit their tracks for our track review streams. So get your music played on stream and get my feedback on that. And then you also get members only workshop, which we've already had one. We did like a 2-hour long workshop live for members only about how to break down tracks that you like so that you can learn from them and emulate them. And I think a lot of the members that were there or that watched really took a lot from it. If you're a member in the chat and you did enjoy that workshop, please let us know in the chat. Hello, Amelia. Welcome. Yes, I see your green name. And this next one is really important. It's kind of like a high in demand workshop, finding your unique sound. So a lot of people have come to my stuff and been like, oh, this has the TAETRO sound. And what I hear a lot from people in track reviews, or what I see a lot, is people looking for their specific sound, and some people being a little all over the place, some people slowly finding it. So I want to kind of break down my approach to developing my own style, my own sound, etc. And then we'll have a new members only workshop for each following month. So make sure you are a member so that you can be a part of that. You can also, if you become a member today, you can actually watch the past members only workshop, the recorded version. So live, if you want to watch it live, you got to become a member. If you want to watch it recorded, the archive will be up for anybody that becomes a member at any point. So let me just spam that link. If you are a member, just open that link in a new tab and you can set a reminder. Hey, what's up? Freitech, thank you so much for becoming a VIP member. Welcome. Good choice. So yeah, if you do become a member, go right to my channel page, go to the community tab, and you're just going to want to surf through that a bit, because that's where you will find your previous available sample pack, the Sleepless sample pack, is that what it's called? And then there's a couple other ones in there as well, like members only posts you'll see. And then that link that I just spammed in chat is the page for the members only workshop, which anybody can go to that page right now. But if you are a member, I do recommend you go to that page and hit set reminder so you get a notification when we go live and you don't miss it. Because I know people always miss this stuff. People aren't sure what time it is, etc. Click that. It's going to put the time in your time zone so you can see it. Okay. And on that note, the note of members, I would like to give a quick shout. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I would like to give a quick shout to our most recent addition to members. There were a lot since we were kind of away from normal streaming for 2 weeks. But I just want to shout out some of these awesome people that may be here today. Shout out to Ben for being a huge supporter. That is the highest membership tier. Thank you so much for that. Miss Ambar, thank you for being VIP. Alex Kirkpatrick, Cena, Akoji, Kevin, Omule, Cabotford, Jake, hello. Future Vision First, Cameron McDaniel, Derek, Frederick Bazelot, Erod, hello, welcome. Thank you all so much for being members. How do I zoom out now? And then I had to go into another page because, like I said, it's been a little while. These are all people that just joined or renewed their memberships within the last 2 weeks. Alex, Rascal, Mr. True, Carmelo, Homeless Ranger, Call Me 911, Rodney Jones. Wow, Mark Noel, another huge supporter. Welcome. 6 days ago, that's great. Cyan Wave, Chris Nelson, Viral Beats, who I saw in chat. Viral Beats, huge supporter, and I left the reverb on. Thank you, Viral Beats. Rafe Rosen, Guillermo, welcome to VIP. Kai, Ogeg, Erickson, Luciano. So many VIPs, right, Amelia? Yes. It's great. The VIP community is growing in a big way. It's definitely the best tier. It's the most value tier. So like the join the community tier is fine. It's for people that don't have a lot, maybe, and that just want to support the channel in some way. You get access to the Discord there, which you can still get track feedback that way. The VIP is where like the magic is. It's like free sample packs, the members workshops, etc. And huge supporter, I guess, just exists. So like if you have a little more and you want to support a little more. So I appreciate that. Thank you all. And we do have gift memberships turned on. So if at some point you do want to become, or if at some point you want to support the channel, but you yourself can't become a member, or if you're already a member and you want to, you can go to that super chat button and gift memberships. And if you're lucky in the chat, if you're not a member, if somebody gives a membership, you might be awarded one at random. So just putting that out there. Some people came through and left some super thanks comments on my video too. Super thanks is like a new thing where you can like tip on a video, which that obviously helps support the channel as well. That's really amazing. Simona, I'm doing great. How are you? Quenel's Floor, hello, welcome. Quentin Lee. There's lots of people in the chat. I did see my mom and dad in the chat as well. Thank you all for being here. Sorry I haven't been keeping up. I can't go back to the top now. But yes, whew, that was quite the start to the stream there, folks. Starting with, you know, the intense eBay auction, announcement of the new members only workshop, and yeah, thanking all those members. Thank you all so much for the support. All right, we'll chat more at the end, but let's try to get into some music making. Oh, the last thing I'll say is the second chapter of the Ableton Live for Beginners course is available now on the channel. That will come out the first Sunday of every month, or at least that's what I'm hoping to do. Jimmy asks, what time is the workshop? If you click that link at the top of the page, it will tell you exactly what time it is in your time zone. Hello, Tom Adams Music. Yes, all is well. We are having a good day today. Ian Kane, sorry about your wall, bro. Thanks. No problem. We're recovering. We're surviving. Minor. Well, it was quite the inconvenience, but you know, at least for now, that's all it is, or that's all it was, is an inconvenience. Sledgehammer Guitar, nice to see you as well. Okay, we are going to, let me just get my screen all set up here. We are going to get into making some music now. I've got chat in front of me though, so of course, as usual, if you all have questions along the way, feel free to ask them. I'll try to keep up with chat as best as I can. And let's listen to Sanjay C's chords. Skim this back here. And this is the initial chord progression starting here. And I have to set my Audio output device. One moment. Perfect. Nice little chord progression, eh? Y'all keep me posted on the levels. All right, I think that's the loop right there. That initial loop was really good. Of course, I'm going to save all this for later. Oh, this is a B section. Yeah, okay, we'll get to that in a moment. But let's work with that one main loop for now. I'm going to move everything else way over there. The rhythm is so Sanjay. Great, I'm glad. I'm really glad. Is this considered a TAETRO Sanjay collab? It for sure is, yes. I can't wait to release it as a video too. And not to mention, this is played on Sanjay C's Rhodes instrument, which, by the way, not only did we collab on this, but we collabed on a video for Sanjay's channel as well that I think you all will enjoy. It's a different kind of video, but it was really fun to film, and I think it'll be really fun to watch. Now, one thing I'm not going to mess with is probably the timing, obviously, because this syncs up with the video. So I want it to be as played. But if I shift octaves, I love that little bass line. Levels are good. Thank you, Wislow. All right, let's just process this a bit. Let's get this to sound a bit more lo-fi. It's sounding fine for now. I've already rolled off some highs I see there, but maybe I'll throw some J37 on here just for fun. I think I've even recently installed RC20 on this computer. Can we talk about how Mac M1s like just became a thing and then they just announced the M2? That kind of like leaves a bad taste in my mouth, right? And I know this is like typical Apple, but I would say even with iPhones, the time between iterations on that is usually longer than the iteration between the MacBooks. And the issue is so many things are not even optimized for M1 yet. So I'm wondering if it's because it's the same technology that once things are optimized for M in general, they'll be optimized, but saturate a little more. I could even add some noise. I gotta turn my headphones up. Hear how that just adds a bit of warmth? And how do we feel about the space? We could add a bit more reverb, maybe. Rosetta works pretty good, right? I agree, but it's still a pain. And it's a pain when things go from being run in Rosetta to run in proper M1. As usual, I kind of like to layer an electric piano and a regular piano, and I just want to experiment with what that might sound like. I'll probably have them play 2 different octaves though. Or else they'll end up occupying like similar space, and that's not what I want. I could even drown the piano out in reverb or something. I don't know what I just did. Just have that back down. Captain NRG Music. I'm a developer, I can speak to that for sure. That is how it works. M1 is an ARM type processor, which means that once M, always M. Oh, well, that's at least good to know. It is frustrating. It's like, okay, how much of a difference will it be? And I'll tell you one thing. What we're working on right now is a 16-inch M1. I also have a 13-inch M1 that I fit before this. Or that I bought before this. And let me tell you, the 13-inch M1, it's so bad. Like, it's so bad. Between Ableton Live and Final Cut Pro, it's so bad. And guess what? I never had a problem with Final Cut Pro on this computer. I had for the first time a pop-up on this computer editing Final Cut Pro 4K footage, popped up and said, you're running out of physical memory. And I just had basic stuff in the background. It's like, what? Coincidental? And Apple's known for doing these things too. I wouldn't be conspiratorial unless Apple already, they were doing those shenanigans with the batteries on iPhones where they like kill an iPhone battery. That actually sounds really good, right? Should we get some drums going? I think yes. Am I gonna play this in today? Maybe. All right, let's try it. I just need some typical kind of lo-fi samples. Let's see what we can find here. Authentic lo-fi drums. That is exactly what we want. I need something. I think that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, that drum is fine. I'm gonna want though, because this is particularly swung, which I think is interesting. Could be a software issue. I guess it could be. Just never happened before. What kind of sucks is that the M2 technically could run faster in single core performance than the M1 Ultra technically. Yeah, and it's just like, it seems like bad faith to release a product and then immediately release a new technology. It just like, obviously, I guess this is just part of it, but these tech companies that have the ability to do something, but perhaps release to market something that has less capabilities so that they can then market and upgrade. It's kind of dumb for people that make an investment. But what are we going to do? Okay. Pilgrim of Light said use the Shore sample packs. We definitely could do that. I'm not feeling like that snare is working out. Oh, that's not how it's spelled. Why are there more than one folder? Maybe we'll do that. Good. Pretty good. Oh, interesting. I might do that one, but just bring it down. This happens, this track has like a very sunny day kind of vibe so far. All right, that doesn't sound half bad, eh? What do we think about that drum selection? Good call, Pilgrim of Light. Sometimes I do. I don't immediately reach for my own samples a lot of times. Oh, and some of them I even forget that I have, you know? I love this. Okay, somebody brought up a good point. Sledgehammer Guitar, GPU audio looks interesting. Okay, I have a question for my technically knowledgeable friend in chat. Cap10 on NRG. I'm on Mac. Should I care about GPU audio? Shouldn't ideally the Mac processor be better than whatever GPU is built into the MacBook Pro? Because those folks have reached out. All right, let's just lay down a pattern first. And I do want to play it in live because, you know, it makes sense. Is this even in focus? Let's see. Focus. That should be better. All right, let's record. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. I messed up a little bit there, and some of the timing between the push and pull of the chords and stuff has to be adjusted, but otherwise we're pretty close. Captain 10 Energy says, yes, you should. Is that yes, I should be interested in the GPU audio stuff? I'll tell you, because the stream, which runs off of a PC, OBS uses the graphics card instead of the processor. And the performance is much better doing that. So what I'm going to do in here is just make these tiny, tiny adjustments. What I'm going to start with, though, is just bringing the overall velocity down. And anytime I hear a snare that's just a bit too off, I'll make an adjustment. Like this, for instance, this spot right here, kick sounded a little too fast. And this is an alternative to straight up quantizing. Again, a little too quick with it here. A little too much of a push. I think the keys are a little more laid back. So right there. So the keys are a little late there, but if we keep Sanjay's groove and we just match everything else to that groove, it won't sound too out of place. It'll sound intentional. In fact, what I might do here is let's bring the group up here and just align these downbeats. Of course, we could go back in and set everything to the grid, right? Or we'll follow Sanjay's lead. So all I'm doing is looking at this note and looking at this note, trying to get them to line up. Still not quite. Let me fold that. And scroll down, and let's just drag it over so it's even closer. Gosh, that's annoying how that works. I think if somebody develops an eye tracking software so that this stuff can tell where I'm looking and tell what I want it to do, you know what I mean? That would be amazing. Why is this snapping? Why can't I get like a finer control here? There we go. Just had to zoom in. All right, that's fine. And I accidentally hit that. Okay, that's all well and good. Oh gosh, look at that flowing. All right. Great, great, great. We've got our basic drum groove down. I want to make a couple edits to this drum groove, however, including, let's open it up here. Let's put a slight delay on this to give it a different pattern. Not like that, though. I am going to probably transpose it down, actually. And let's just filter out a bit of those low frequencies. Good. Okay, now I'm going to bring the feedback down. I'm going to bring that filter up. Let's see. We don't want that because that's lining up, right? Let's try here. Instead of if you select both MIDI regions, the MIDI editor shows notes for both of them. You telling me I could have done that 100 times easier? Okay. Shout out to Cena in the chat. That's so smart and a feature that I don't use. It's like one of those things you know exists like in the back of your mind, but like in practice, you're just never can remember all these things. I actually don't love the way that delay is sounding. Either it has to come way down or less feedback. There we go. It's so down. Captain Energy, I got you. Thank you. I'm not sure how that will go. Actually, interesting enough, some of these mining cards, the headless video cards, could possibly be an amazing option for GPU audio and desktop. So it seems promising. I'll be doing some videos on that topic on my channel, GPU audio. Check out Captain Audio's channel. Good. All right, I feel good about those drums. For now, that's like a very basic, very basic backbeat there. I'm going to duplicate this drum rack. And I do have these two perks that I'm going to process separately, I think. And just see what we can come up with here. Warm bass line? Yes, absolutely. All right, let's go ahead. All right, I'm going to just experiment with something here. I'm going to see if I can quantize this at a very low percent. And I can probably throw some groove on it as well. But I just feel like the rhythm is going to continuously get more and more off if I don't just tamp down on it. All right, but these little rim perks, whatever you want to call them, I like them. So let's add them. Less is more. All right, good. I think what we have there is fine. Let's consolidate these two clips. All right, back to it. My chair is so squeaky. Can you guys hear that? Kind of like this. Just, I want to widen it maybe. Should we do a little like Haas kind of situation to widen those? Let's see what it sounds like. That's not that is broken. That's not gonna work. Let's go here. There we go. Super wide now. Oh, you know what we need to do? Not sync, just this. Don't link them. Hi, Gary. Welcome. Glad you made it. That's the sound in the mix. A subtle difference, right? There we go. What's up, Mr. 205 Live? Welcome, everybody. If you're just tuning in, thank you for showing up to today's live stream. First normal live stream back in a while. You know that we're live every Thursday, usually. Making some chill beats, working on some cool music. Like we are today, we're flipping some of Sanjay C's chords that he came and laid down while at the Lo-Fi Loft. I'm gonna get everything going with this side chain here. We just use that delay to widen this perk track, if you didn't catch that, by the way. And I just want to point out, so far what we have, next thing we're gonna add is a bass line for sure, because I think we need it. But I want to point out that we started with just a Rhodes chord progression here. Warmed it up with some J37. It's like a tape plugin from Waves. But then layered that with piano. Same exact chords, right? Which really helps. Throw in this backbeat, simple kick, hi-hat, snare. And then we got some perks. And I'm actually very glad I did this with drum rack because we're going to make this into a video at some point, and I will have to play the drums in the video, so I will need a drum rack. That's great. All right, we're going to do some bass. What's up, Ayush? What's up, Nesty? Dark Dust Live says TAETRO, low-key a drip god. Is it true?
Is it true?
I had asked you to be my live battle rap amigo using an Orba live, if you recall. I don't remember, but thank you. Coming from TAETRO's Music Theory video, Aditya, thank you so much for joining from over there. This should be a lot of fun. All right, bass line next, right? Labs has electric bass, right? I have a couple different electric bass options, but let's go with this one. Oh, we should definitely add a field recording in later, just to add some texture. But for now, it's going to be under guitar, maybe. Where's the bass? Where is the bass? Oh, under bass, probably. That would make more sense. Nope. What am I missing, chat? What am I missing? Yeah, it's under guitar. That's why. All right, classic bass. That's not a bass range. Guys, the worst part about my wallet getting stolen was that I was in a talk Christian Henson was giving. He's the founder of Spitfire Audio, co-founder. And it was about to be an amazing talk. Room was full. And that's when I got the second notification about fraud charges. And I was like, oh, something's actually happening here. I'm not just forgetful of some random charge or something. So that was the worst part, is that I missed a really cool talk. I just want to add a little dirt to this. I think in the mix, this is going to sound a bit better. I'll like it a bit more than I do now. It's got that on that C. It rings out pretty good. All right. I don't even know what key we're in here. Let me actually look at the MIDI. Let me look at Sanjay's bass line here. You can very easily follow it. We got G. Da-dum, da-dum. That's easy enough, right? G, C, F, B flat. Good, good, good. Where did my bass go? Yep. All right, let's do it. All right, I'm gonna first just lay down a very basic bass line that will come in handy at some point, I'm sure. Then I'll lay down a bouncy one, and then we'll get just a little more experimental to have options. All right, so let's lay down this. That'll actually be pretty cool. 4. Oh, it changes. Maybe not. There it is. Just gotta get that right. There's like a... I got it. So this is why it's important to actually look at this MIDI. So I'm following along with the chord MIDI and just like reading these bass notes along the way. But you see there's these little walk-ups in the chords that help me follow along and play the right notes. So let's try it one more time, because I realized it has a little more variation than I thought it would. But we need to arm that. Good. Here we go. 1, 4. I'm just trying to nail that groove, chat. Trying to nail that groove. We'll get it. One more time. That one spot. We'll go around one more time. I'll just take out that last note that I just played for no reason. All right, that was okay. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, show you my screen. I just have to eliminate that little note that I don't want, and this should be fine. There's just one moment that I couldn't quite figure it out. Ba-dum, ba-dum. How do we feel about it? Good first draft anyway. Okay, so this is all very rhythm section-y, right? Like everything's kind of working together, but like where's our melody? What can we add for a melody on top of this? Is it calling for like flute or something maybe? Let's see, let's see. That bass is so warm. I don't know if that bass is too loud or what. But we'll find out. What should we add? I'm not feeling vocal sample today, really. Bells, a sax. I want to kind of do... I see a couple suggestions for sax. I'm not really feeling the vibe. This is already leaning in a jazzy direction. Not jazzy, but, you know, I want to interject a little bit of... Right now, this doesn't have the TAETRO sound, which kind of links up with our... This links up with our workshop topic for a couple weeks from now. I need to interject some of my sound into it, because of course we're starting with somebody else's chords, right? So it's not even going to necessarily have my sound inherently in it anyway. Let's at least get a field recording in here. Also, I'll say I shot a really cool video with Artiphon. I'll have sounds baked into the orbit too, which is very exciting. So stay tuned for that. Just another type that's been busy. Glockenspiel? Yeah, like some bells I think would be good. All right, good start here with the birds. I'm gonna stay in labs. I have this open already. How did I end up with 2 labs here? Another soft piano? Okay. There's some actually cool synth stuff in here. Let me just try. I gotta go up a couple octaves. That's cool. What I always like to do though is if I'm sidechaining things, I do like to, even as I'm auditioning instruments or just trying out different parts, I do like to include the sidechain, because if it's not, it might sound out of place for the wrong reason. It might sound out of place mix-wise, and I might confuse that for being out of place sound-wise. These sounds are a little too spooky, I think. Thanks for hanging out, Common Beats. I wonder if having a little bit of that in there will help. Oh, you know what? I'm not in the right spot. There we go. We're getting there. Sorry, not that. Where is... I want to go into experimental and I want to try... Is it one of the Siren songs that I'm looking for? I think so. Astral Forms. Was it that? It's important that these don't get too spacey, you know? That almost has like a vintagey kind of sound to it. Let's mix this a little differently and see if we can get this to work. If we do something gestural like that, that could be really cool. And I am thinking about washing this out with some echo or something. Let's try that. Folks, if you're just tuning in, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're watching this later, thank you so much. Comment down below if you are watching later. But also, if you're watching now, live, or even later, make sure you like the stream, like the video. Now I can just play this more kind of freeform stuff. As long as I play the right note, we'll be fine. All right, let's just try to play some of this more dreamy stuff and then I'll mix it in a bit better in a second. All right, the second time around, I think the pattern was a bit better. It's definitely like just fully improvisational, right? And I literally just left the default echo parameters on. Great. It's probably a bit loud, and we might be able to just slam it on that sidechain a bit more. Or maybe not. Maybe actually less sidechain so it's more floaty. Alright, this is a great start here, my friends. Since that's more atmospheric, let's add one more layer, potentially. And let's load that up. Some kind of melodic layer. Like this was, I intended to do a melodic layer, and then I ended up just doing something that was a little more atmospheric. So let's just see what we can find. Diva comes to mind. This is one of my favorite just sounds. And it's the first preset on Diva. On my Orba set at NAMM. This is one of the main synths that I used. More reverb. I liked a lot of parts of that, and thank the maker for Capture MIDI, where I didn't have to press record, but still. So at the end there, I think it kind of just fell off a little bit. Let's do a little bit of editing there. Just that, see, that velocity is wrong. It should have been a scoop up. And that velocity needs to come up because I like that melody. I just wonder if this note could be different. I like that. Dun, 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 dun. I really like the sound of the filter on the Diva. Yes, so good, right? Ba-da-da-da-dun. Gotta fine tune. Okay, that's great. There was like a pickup that I played right before this though that I liked a lot more. Pickup is the thing that happens before the downbeat, the musical phrase that leads you to the downbeat. All right, I'm gonna keep that, but obviously I can always go back in the MIDI and find it. Should Should we hear what that sounds like with a master chain on? Let's do it. Save first, save first. I am feeling good about that. Overall, we can lower the chords probably. That's the bass. Overall, cleaner without that other synth, to be honest. So I might leave it all for now, but that doesn't mean we won't use it later. It's just good to check things. You guys have to post this on social and tag Sanjay so we can see what he thinks. I want to hear what another snare might sound like. Use any Native Instruments software nowadays? Native Instruments is very, very supportive of the channel. Mick over at Native Instruments, super cool, super supportive guy. I just find myself at odds fighting up current a lot of the times with Native Instruments and Native Instruments software. For instance, I keep complete control in my default live preset, default project, because I used to use a lot of Native Instruments plugins. But let's try to demonstrate this and see if this will do what it always does. I open up Complete Control, which is kind of like the housing unit for all of the different Native Instruments plugins, as well as plugins from other people. And as you can see, I click All Instruments. And somehow it's found all the Arturia plugins just fine. Okay, fantastic. That's great. It can be a hub for other plugins too. We've got other external contact libraries like the Mood guitars and also a Spitfire audio library. And then we've also got the UHE plugins. What you will not see in this Complete Control menu are any of my Native Instruments plugins. Like either I'm doing something wrong every time, or this is just not functioning how it's supposed to. And the thing is, it basically needs an update every single time I open my DAW. Complete Control has some update, and it's the reason that it won't load the plugins. Now I could go into this folder here and let's say load contact, but half the time I can't even find the contact instruments that I'm looking for. Like, sure, these are all here, but like now I'm in contact, and contact has got to be one of the worst interfaces for just loading up a freaking virtual instrument. Like, how does everybody else have this figured out? But I do this, okay, like that wasn't like too arduous, right? I have a clarinet now. But now I'm like, okay, nah, I don't want that clarinet. Let's do flute instead. And now it has stacked clarinet plus flute. I just don't think it's the right environment that I'm trying to work with. Also, am I just out of range of the flute, or is the flute just not playing? Right, so like this, I'm playing across all the ranges, by the way, and I'm just not getting sound from this flute instrument. It's just a thing, right? Like, they're super supportive. I think some of their sounds are great. really amazing stuff going on over Native Instruments. However, if it's inconvenient to my process, I'm not going to bother with it. There's 100 other options. I think it needs to rescan your entire collection, possibly in standalone mode outside of Ableton. You're 100% right, Red Pills. The problem with that is it does that probably at least 5 out of 10 times that I'm working on a project. So if I, for some reason, have to rescan every time, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to go load up like literally any other plugin. Oh, we got an eBay message, my friends. Wow. I think our friend is already heading to the post office with our new keyboard. Let me reply to this message. Let me actually confirm that the information is correct. Regardless, we made a dope beat today. I'm stoked for that keyboard. This is where I'm stopping today, I think, because this is a really good starting point. I feel like if I continue to add more and more, the next thing I would do is probably add or mess with the alternate progression for a B section, but maybe we can do that on a future stream. Cool. What do y'all think of this? It's just the beginning. It's gonna turn into a whole video. Go even more lo-fi with it. Contact stuff is really annoying. Yes. I mean, I'm sure for a lot of people, it works just fine. But the issue is, for me, it doesn't work fine. So I have stopped using it. And in this world of like audio production where I can go to my plugins list and find any other company besides Native Instruments that doesn't have an arduous process for, you know, sound selection, unique sounds, etc. Like if I want to use my Arturia plugins, it just like analog lab. Open it up, it works fine. I have access to all the instruments. It doesn't have to rescan. It never has to rescan. Never once have I had this working. Have I had it not working. And it's a shame because Native Instruments has a ton of money. They get very good. They are very well funded. And you see it with companies like Akai too. There's some great people at that company as well. Same as Native Instruments. But there are clearly like people on the technical side making decisions, and they are detached from the creative side. It would seem that is what it seems like. And I don't know if that's true. I don't work at those companies, but if they want to hire a consultant, I'm right here. And then also, if it's just a me problem, it's just a me problem. I'll survive. All right, my friends. This is what we got today. Sanjay C's chords. I am loving the vibe. This is great. We can chat a little bit at the end here. So if you just came for the music making stuff, hey, we're pretty much done making music today. However, if you want to just stay in chat, do a little Q&A, do a little hanging out, we can do that. Question for anybody out there. Have you all heard of the movie The Black Phone? It hasn't come out yet. It's a horror movie. The Black Phone. And I have to say, with all the shit I talk on this channel about YouTube, I have to say thank you to YouTube because they invited a bunch of creators out to go see an advanced screening of The Black Phone, if you can imagine that. So thank you, YouTube. Got to watch this movie last night, which is pretty dope. It's a cool horror movie. It's not like the best horror movie I've ever seen, but definitely better than a lot of the lazier horror movies, I would say. But then as we were leaving the theater, we watched the movie, leaving the theater. There were a couple of actually very good jump scare-ish kind of moments. As we were leaving the theater, this is what we were greeted with. The literal character from the movie in the theater lobby. Thought that was smart touch on their part. Kind of spooky, the black balloons, that's part of the movie. So that was fun. Good time. Decent movie. Comes out later this month, I guess. I'd probably see it again. And I would be interested to see if they would make it into a... Like, how like Michael Myers and whoever else, they're all part of they get multiple movies or whatever. This guy is called The Grabber. I would love to see if The Grabber ends up getting his own series. T.I.80 Mark says, did you ever see Everything Everywhere All at Once? Yes. Freaking amazing movie. Everybody should watch it. I think it comes out on HBO soon, doesn't it? Is it going on streaming platforms? Let me see if it actually is on. Because if you haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, I highly recommend you see it. High energy. There's martial arts in it. The concept of the movie is just like insane. You will not be bored during this movie. I don't see it on HBO yet, but it's supposedly coming to some streaming platform. Ms. Marvel started yesterday, right? Any good? I haven't watched that yet. I'm not a huge Marvel fan, to be honest. Without spoilers, are you enjoying Obi-Wan? I am enjoying Obi-Wan. And my thing is, I don't look at Twitter basically all day at all. I don't look at Twitter. I don't read articles. I very much just stay out of a lot of that Star Wars discourse because a lot of it is just miserable. People act like they're Star Wars fans and then act like they hate everything about Star Wars. Every Star Wars thing that comes out, people complain about. And people are the freaking worst because they're being racist assholes to the actor that plays Reva. She's a villain character. She's like you're supposed to... Here's what people don't understand. Folks, when you go to a movie and you don't like a character, and they're a bad character, like an evil character, you're supposed to not like them. But people think like, oh, this character, I don't like this character, so that means I don't like this actor. It's like, no, my friends. They're a bad character. You're not supposed to like them. I think Reva's cool. I mean, I know she's an evil character, obviously, but I think she's cool. And obviously people just use that as an excuse to go be racist online because God forbid there be a person of color in a Star Wars movie. You saw the same treatment with Finn, and you saw Disney not back up the actor that played Finn most of the time. They actually made him smaller in the Chinese poster. You saw them not really back up Kelly Marie Tran. It's like, Jesus, my friends, it's okay. Not every character has to be a white dude. It's fine. It's just like when I know somebody I'm close to, an older person that's a big Star Wars fan, right? And the prequel trilogy comes out. The sequel trilogy comes out, 7, 8, and 9. And despite them being a diehard Star Wars fan, guess who the one character they don't like in the sequel trilogy is? It's Finn. I wonder why. It's Finn. And you can make all the justifications for that you want, but we know why you don't like that character. That's the one character you don't like. And the thing about this is, to go on a tirade about Star Wars for a minute, when episodes 1, 2, and 3 came out, and all the time in between, people act like they hated them, people made fun of them, people were absolutely toxic about it. And now people are going back and saying like, oh yeah, we love the prequels. It's like such a revisionist. Like, to have conversation about art that you like, movies, TV, music, whatever, people think that it makes them seem smarter to criticize things. And I'm not saying you can't criticize things. You definitely can. But people make not liking things part of their personality. And I think it would be great if we shifted to the things that you like being part of your personality instead. You don't have to be on Twitter arguing about things you don't like. You can be on Twitter consuming things that you do like. So for everybody out there, this isn't just about Star Wars. It's about like how we consume music and art and media and all that stuff. Just be in spaces where you can talk about what you like instead of things that you don't like. It is okay to have criticism. I have a lot of criticism of people on this channel, of like, not people, but companies who were just popping off about native instruments, right? But we spent the whole stream about like really, really great sounds, and you got to balance it. And some people only spend time in negative spaces. I don't understand. Like it must be hard. It must be miserable. But to sum it up, I like the Obi-Wan series. I think for the most part, I'm going to like anything that comes out that has to do with Star Wars. Just is what it is. If you want to be a Star Wars fan, I'm not saying shut up and take it, but I'm saying like be a Star Wars fan. Don't sit there and nitpick. Like I have no desire to nitpick the things that I like. So go out today and do something that you like. Talk about something that you like with somebody. Rather than the office gossip, rather than the movie, or rather than the latest terrible political news, talk about something that you like, maybe. Challenge for everybody. Rogue One was fun for you for sure. Rogue One might be my favorite Star Wars movie, to be honest. So about changing opinions, I jumped to Battlestar Galactica for a minute. As horrible as it was, I really liked the original series, and when the reboot came out, I hated it. Yeah, I think there's something... I think Star Wars is like a different animal altogether. Obviously, Battlestar Galactica is a big franchise, but it's not as huge of a franchise. So there are certain franchises that certain care has been taken with, that they've guarded a bunch. Other franchises, probably like Battlestar, hasn't been guarded as much. So it's probably more justifiable that like, okay, a remake comes out, and if they try to mess with it too much, it might not live up to the source material. It's not the same thing as a continuation of a story. Reboots, You like the stream today? Thank you so much, Nesty. I appreciate that. Andor looks sick. I think Andor has potential to be great. I would love to see it be like, if you ever watch the show The Americans, which is sort of like this Soviet spy story. I would love it to be a spy movie. I've heard of the micro reboot. Yes, it looks fine. It looks like a good synth. I haven't played it. Probably played it maybe one time. Galaxy Quest. All right, I'm just catching up on chat here. I like the characters I don't like. Does that make any sense? Yeah, I mean, like anybody who is a fan of a villain, right? I remember being obsessed with the Joker. The Joker is obviously a very bad person, but it's cool to like villains in movies. Doesn't mean you're condoning what they're doing, but villains are interesting. So, I'm not going to talk about Obi-Wan. I was going to talk about the character, but I won't. No spoilers. All right. Well, folks, today we had a good day. We made a great beat. We won an eBay auction. We added a new member. If you want to become a member before we leave today, I'll shout you out. You do need to become a VIP member if you want to attend our members only workshop, which is coming up on Saturday the 18th. So just make sure you click that link at the top. Become a VIP member so you can attend that workshop. Click that link at the top, the YouTube link, which will bring you to the page so you can set a reminder. So if you are a member, set your reminder. Darty's in the chat. We'll play this beat for Darty real quick. Darty, this is with Sanjay's chords. Shout out to Darty. We built this today. We got Sanjay C's Roads. Sanjay's chords. It's a good time. All right, folks, that is going to be it. Realized that wasn't at full volume. All right, folks, that's going to be it. Conversation continues over on Discord. So if you want to be part of that community, become a member at any tier. I'll see you all next time on the stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. See you all on my socials, Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you follow over there. More stuff to come. That's going to be it. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one.